So the opening clip was from the famous Lake Zurich. It's the center of the city. And one of the things I would recommend is to take a swim on this lake. So the lake is really one of the gems of this city. It's not very deep on all ends, so anyone can take a swim. You can also cycle. And as you can see from these photos, you can get many beautiful views from the different parts of the city of this lake. You can also get a gelato, which I can really recommend. These beautiful gardens and flowers are of the University of Zurich. You can see the beautiful sights and scenery of the city. I would really recommend visiting these gardens and the university. You can get pears, you can eat pears from the trees and apples or many other types of fruits. This university is one of the most prestigious around the world. It's ranked the ninth best university of the world, and it's right beside ETH Zurich, which is currently ranked the 4th best university in the world. I think it's really worth mentioning that Albert Einstein himself and many famous pioneers have studied in the University of Zurich. The University of Zurich has many things which you can explore, such as the Wildlife Museum, the sceneries around Zurich, since it is situated on the hills above the city. You can also go to the meditation room. You can also go and check the sports facilities, and there are things which suits all tastes really. Switzerland is obviously known for its nature and lakes, so here are some of the lakes around the city of Zurich. These ones from the photos are in Uster, which is about 20 minutes away by train from Zurich. But you don't necessarily have to go to Uster to enjoy such beautiful scenery, because as I've mentioned previously, you are surrounded everywhere by beautiful nature in Zurich. It's really common to run into sceneries of countryside in the middle of the city. One of the most lovable things about Zurich are the water fountains, which are just found all around the city. There are thousands of them. I really would not be exaggerating if I say that the waters of these fountains are perhaps the purest and coolest that I have ever tasted. You would not need to buy water in Zurich. Surely we could not be speaking of things to do in Zurich without referring to the most popular sport in Switzerland, which is hiking. All around Zurich, you would find easily accessible hills by feet or through cycling. I would really recommend cycling around these hills. You can also get up there, of course, by the tram or the bus. I think one of the most important subjects when traveling is exploring the cuisine of the country. It's the gateway by which we come to know the culture. So I could really recommend that you go to different places around Zurich to try the local cuisine. These photos, which you are now seeing, are from the Mensa or the canteen in the University of Zurich or the University of ETH, which I have mentioned earlier. The meal here costs about 10 euros. That's very cheap for Switzerland. Of course, it's expensive elsewhere. However, I think it's really worth it, as the foods are of very high nutrition, very dynamic. It's worth mentioning that the Swiss cuisine is a melting pot of global kitchens or meals. So from other places in Zurich, such as the Hauptbahnhof, which is the main station, or from Schwammendinger Platz, another area of Zurich, you can also find many great restaurants with many different meals coming from distinctive countries or cultures.